Ladies and gentlemen, but mostly gentlemen, we're diving back into more Uncut XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. Today's new soldier was brought to you by Pristine Pastel. We discovered Cyopher Kelly wandering around an Advent supply facility we were ambushing. When trying to determine where she'd come from and why she was alone in such a dangerous place, she communicated her intentions with bird noises and hand gestures. At the time, our soldiers assumed she was a part of an alien experiment that went wrong, but upon further investigation, Dr. Tygan believes something else to be the case. Although she has very little understanding of traditional human languages, Cyopher has proven herself to be highly intelligent and resourceful, like feral children that were sometimes seen in the years before the invasion. Although it's been a challenge deciphering her past, we've managed to determine that she's been living alone for most of her life. She's estimated to be between the ages of 18 and 20, but living in the wild has elevated her combat sense and strength to a level that rivals some of our best rangers. Since boarding the Avenger, we've made several attempts to teach her different languages, but she doesn't like to, quote, talk normal. In any case, she wants to help us fight the aliens, so I suppose that's all that matters. Okay folks, we're doing a council mission today, Operation Iron Giant. Our objective is to extract a VIP from an Advent city. That VIP is an engineer and they are coming with 98 intel. So let's get out there and save them from the oppression of the Advent organization. Okay folks, we've got a new face in our squad composition today, so let's get right into it. Reaper, Double Ranger, and Double Specialist. I'm going to start from the right side today. Henry Boyo Davis is the new face. He was provided by General Sweet, and he is a combat hacker. So he's got the Skulljack to increase his hack rating, and an EMP grenade. Our second specialist is Melina Aziri. She is Samuel Deathwalker Aziri's sister, and she is a medic. So she's got the med kit, medical protocol, revival protocol, flashbang, and yeah, that's it. So next up, Samuel Deathwalker Aziri. He is a ranger. He's Blade Master Spec, so his sword is going to deal a lot of damage. He has a shotgun, Talon rounds for crit chance and damage, and the Mind Shield, making him immune to any negative status effects. Next up, Francesca Apex Petrova. You know her, you love her. She's a badass. She has the Boltcaster, Ionic Axes, tracer rounds, and the battle scanner to give us a bit of extra vision. And last but certainly not least, Dragonova. She is using the Temnotic rifle and her claymore. She does not have any utility slots. Hopefully somewhere along her promotion path, either her major ability or her kernel ability will unlock her utility slot. I've got my fingers crossed for that, but only time will tell. So without further ado, I'm going to unlock an additional ability on Dragonova. Blood Trail. She deals an additional point of damage against targets that were wounded this turn. I've been meaning to purchase that for a while. I have a ridiculous amount of ability points, so it's about time I start spending them on my hero characters. So, without further ado, now, let's do this.
Menace 1-5, target coordinates incoming. Secure the VIP and proceed to the evac volume for extraction. Advent already knows we're here, so your position isn't concealed for the extraction.
That's totally fine, Central Officer Bradford, because we brought Dragonova, so we still have access to a scouting unit. I'm going to move up a tiny bit, but before I go any further, I'm going to use the battle scanners I brought with me. I'm just going to throw it directly in my path, because I'm planning on going straight forward. And look at that, we've got an Advent captain and a mech. That is a very manageable pod. We're still in a very good place with our technology. We don't have to worry too much. When we start seeing Andromedon and some of the bigger enemies show up, then we're gonna have to start sweating a little bit, start worrying about our encounters. It's gonna be a bit more difficult for us to manage, but for now things are still good. And even the heavy mech is gonna give us some trouble when the time comes. And Dr. Tygan still wants us to hack into the Advent captain, but the reason I'm not doing it, even though this would be a very good opportunity to crack his brain open with the Skulljack, crap, we activated. Well, that's not a big deal. But the reason I'm not doing that particular quest is because if you do hack the Advent officer, then Codex will start showing up on missions. And even though Codex are completely manageable enemies, I don't necessarily want to fight them unless I have to, right? So as long as I don't hack into the Advent captain, I'm not going to see any codex. So, we're going to start this off. This is a pretty simple engagement. We're going to shock the Advent mech, and then we're going to finish it off with Dragon Over. This is going to be pretty flawless, actually. But on a different note, I had a pretty jacked up experience the other day. It was one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life. I was recording an episode of Xcom 2 Uncut, and it was a great episode, guys. It was really funny. It was fantastic. I was laughing while I was recording it, and that's a good sign. That means that you guys would probably have laughed when you watched it. And I felt really good about myself. I got back to the geoscape. I did my little outro. Thank you for watching. See you next time. And then I pressed the record button with the hopes of stopping the recording. And to my surprise, the recording did not stop. In fact, it did the opposite. It started. So I went through a full recording session without recording shit. And it was very upsetting. It was very upsetting. I damn near broke down into tears when that happened. Because have you ever done something and you thought you were doing something and then it turns out you weren't doing that thing that you were doing? Right? It's like if you're having sex and you think you're putting on the moves and then you just make eye contact and you're like, ah, crap, I'm not actually putting on the moves. And that could happen for men or women. My point is, I was very thrown off and I was very upset. I nearly broke down into tears. But today I have confirmed a number of times that I am still recording, so you guys are actually going to get to see this one. So we're going to throw out another battle scanner along the pathway that we are going to take towards the evac point. Hopefully we get something caught in that one. If not, then okay, yes, we did get something. Looks like there's a double sectoid that might be a triple sectoid group or double sectoid viper or something like that. So we do have to be careful about going onto the roof, though we did not reveal anything along here, but because this is a window on both sides, if we try to sneak along this way, we'll probably get revealed. So what we'll do is we're probably going to go up this pipe and then go along the roof to the evac point. So let's get Dragon Over up by this window. We'll get a little bit better vision. I should reveal something else. Yeah, there we go. We got eyes. Whoa, there's a lot of guys hanging out down here. Yeah, triple sectoid. We got a Spectre as well doing something. This is going to be a bit of a hectic engagement, but we should be all right. And we've got 10 turns, so we don't have to rush just yet. Excuse me. Now, the VIP is being a little bit brave right now. I'm going to run them up onto the front lines. And before we move Henry, we're going to look inside this terminal to see if we can get any good benefits from hacking inside. Gain control of a random enemy. Now, you guys know I shouldn't do this. Gain control of a random enemy for 2 turns. That seems cool. It's kind of stupid. But at the same time, it's kind of cool. But if this doesn't work, I'm going to get reinforcements called down on my position. So realistically, that means I shouldn't do this. But I'm not going to do it this... I'm going to do it. Fuck out of here. Oh, it worked. Oh, gosh. Okay. I really shouldn't have done that. But sometimes you gotta roll the dice, and when you do, you succeed. So let's see which enemy I got. I mean, this is a good way to give me vision on the rest of the map, so that this may have been a better idea than I thought. So we know exactly where everything is, and there is a boatload of enemies all converging on the evac zone, and we got control of kind of the weakest enemy on the battlefield, a lonely Advent trooper. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with him, to be totally honest. I don't even get to move him right now, so he's probably going to get killed. This is going to be a little bit weird, so I may have inadvertently made this mission a bit more difficult for myself, but I'm not sure. This is going to be exciting. You know, one thing I'll say about having played XCOM for 500, 600 hours, whatever it is at this point, there aren't many things that can surprise me, But what is a bit of a surprise is the fact that I technically mind controlled the Advent Trooper, and the sectoid tried to mind control him back. So we've got a little bit of shenanigans going on. The sectoid's getting very aggressive, shooting at Francesca. We're gonna have to give him some adequate punishment. And the Advent officer gives no fucks. If you disobey his commands, he will shoot you in the face. So I guess we kind of got a free kill out of that, so no harm, no foul. No, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird situation. We can guarantee a kill on this sectoid if we slash him with either of our soldiers, so we're going to go ahead and give Samuel some love. Whoppa! Eliminated. 12 damage. Beautiful.
Woo! You see that?
And he is in half cover. And we've uncovered this little sneaky boy over here, and we've activated. There's so many enemies. This is ridiculous. But yeah, it's hard to surprise me in XCOM. I know most of the game mechanics. Even with War of the Chosen, fighting the Chosen has been a really exciting experience through and through. I've been enjoying everything about it. But it was easy enough for me to figure out how they work. And at this point, when I see them, I know what I'm supposed to do. I don't get thrown off by any of their shenanigans. I still see them as shenanigans. I still get annoyed when certain things happen with them. But I get it at this point, and there's no surprises. But we can do something kind of interesting here. Maybe. We can run and gun with Francesca Petrova, and we can... Looks like we have a flank on something. On the sectoid. It looks like we have a lot of interesting options here. And I think because this area is so dense with enemies, I'm going to try and eliminate as many of them as possible in a single turn. So here's how we're going to start it. We're going to run and gun, and I'm doing this on the fly. I haven't thought of the whole plan yet, but I think this might yield something pretty awesome. I'm going to run and gun to this full covered position. Now this is very close to Samuel, which means it is very likely that a Mouton will throw a grenade, and we don't want that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw our axe at the Mouton. Boom. Dirty, dirty cheater. 4 damage for me. Thumbs up. Next up, we're going to shoot our Boltcaster at the Spectre. He is flanked. We can see him through that skylight. It's a 100% chance to hit. Now all that matters is that we get a good roll, maybe a crit, maybe a stun. Nothing. Very unfortunate. So Francesca is done, but she brought her super awesome girlfriend on the fight. So, girl, you're not finished yet. We're going to toss her a teamwork. Yeah, we're going to toss her a teamwork, and I'm going to go big or go home. Boom. Girl, you better get your ass in that fight. So Francesca can't reach the sectoid with her slash ability, so that's very unfortunate. But what I can do is move her out of the way of the explosive radius of the grenade. So even though the damage potential from that plan was a little bit less than what I would have wanted, it was still a pretty nice turn. So now we've got to consider, how the hell do we eliminate the frickin' enemies? Because this is a lot. This is a big deal. This is a huge deal. I might be able to get a finish on the Mouton. So I'm gonna take a shot with Melina Aziri. She does have a stock on her gun, so we're gonna do at the very least 1 damage. But we are going to connect, so then we're going to switch over to Dragonova, and if she connects, this is a guaranteed kill. 65% is pretty low, but I'm feeling lucky today. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Oof, this is getting a little bit tense here, folks. This is getting a little bit tense. So for now, we are going to pull our VIP very far back so they don't get shot at. Yeah, we're going to pull the VIP really far back. Enemies probably won't have vision from there. And we'll move our boy Henry up. And we're going to give aid protocol. Last thing we're going to do is give aid protocol to Deathwalker, because he's the most vulnerable out of all of us. He's in half cover, and most of the enemies are probably going to gun for him when they start advancing. So here we go. Whew, this one got a little bit stressful. But one thing I'll say, going back to the topic, is I'm looking forward to having a new game to play. Destiny 2 is very exciting for me. Of course, it's got a lot of people talking about it. Oh, it's not that great. Oh, it's worse than the first one, blah, blah. So many people saying so many different things about the game. I'm trying my best not to read information about it on Reddit and read criticisms and whatnot, because they'll only deflate my excitement. But I am very excited for the game. I'm looking forward to having a new experience that I've never played before, going through a game where I don't know anything about it, because new things are exciting. This is why people cheat in relationships, right? Because you get tired of the same old cooter all the time. You get tired of that old dick. You want some new dick. Sorry, that was really graphic, but that's why I call it uncut, so I can occasionally say stupid stuff like that. But anyway, my point is, it's an exciting time for me, because there haven't been many games that I've played that are completely new. Even when Titanfall came out, right? That was still an experience that I'd had before, because I played Titanfall 1 and I knew a lot of what to expect with the game. But with Destiny 2, I've got nothing. I don't know anything about it. So we know there's a truckload of enemies inside the building. We do have Shadow Step with our Rangers, so we don't have to worry about triggering overwatches. The only thing we do have to worry about, though, is getting into a position after we slash where we're not totally vulnerable, and there aren't really any of those positions around. So we have to be super careful. And the fact that I don't have another battle scanner makes me a bit uncomfortable about doing anything too rash and too risky. Damn, this is actually pretty tough. This is actually pretty tough. So we got a challenge on our hands, but we do also have a flank on this sectoid. That's probably going to be the best course of action. All right, yeah, it's a good thing I brought this EMP grenade, because I can chuck it in here and zap the Spectre. This is not going to kill it, but it's going to bring it within execution range, and then I can move Dragonova in and shoot it in the face and get a guaranteed kill. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Though this is a pretty high-risk move, I'm willing to take it. But I'm not going to take it just yet, because I'm actually feeling very unconfident about what I've done. So we're gonna tab around and see what other options we have before actually moving around. Every time I do one of these missions, man, it's super tense. It's super tense. But that's one piece of advice that I can give to you if you are looking to buy a new game and you're excited by the thought of having that new game. Don't research the game by reading the forums and the fan sites and anything where regular people are having a discussion about the game. If you can look at the game and say with relative certainty that, okay, even if it's not the game of the year, even if it's not the perfect game, it's still going to be pretty good. If you can look at a title and say all of those things, then you don't necessarily need to read people talking shit, because all of the trash talking that people have said about Destiny 2, from what I see, is stuff that people complain about with every single MMORPG style game that ever gets released. Oh my god, there's no endgame content. What is the purpose of life? Why am I still grinding? Oh my goodness, the content doesn't feel worth it. The PvP is bad. Blah, blah, blah. It's all the same complaints that everybody makes. And I didn't actually need to shoot the sectoid. I didn't realize I was within range to slash it. So Francesca is going to do that. Boom. The situation was actually a bit less stressful than I realized. I'm seeing so many shit. But I just made it a little bit worse for myself. There's a lot of enemies on this mission. But it's fine. It's fine. We totally got this. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Dragonova might die, though.
One of many.
But right. Yeah, all the complaints that I see about Destiny are the same complaints that I've seen about every MMO that I've ever played. And I'm not surprised, because the genre creates stuff like that. That's what the genre is. That's what the genre does. We got shot in the back. We do have med kits. It's not a huge deal. I was hoping the aid protocol would have compensated for the fact that I was most likely going to get flanked, but it did not. The Muton putting on the suppression, but because we have Shadow Step, that's not going to matter. Advent Officer moving up and putting a mark on Melina. The Flamer is running around getting ready to do some shenanigans, but he does not have enough action points to use his flamethrower. The Muton changing positions, throwing a grenade. My positioning was unfortunately not very good. We're taking a ridiculous amount of damage now. Got a little bit sloppy with that last move with Francesca. Probably should have exercised a little bit of patience there, but not a big deal. The second Flamer, he might actually throw a grenade as well if he has enough action points remaining, but no, he does not, thank goodness. So my point is, I'm not surprised. Not surprised in the slightest by what people are saying about the game, and if anything, I expected those things to be said, because I've been a gamer for 25 years, and yes, I know I'm 25 years old, but as far as I'm concerned, I've been gaming since I was in the womb. All right. Anyway, how are we gonna do this? So Francesca's basically been running around chopping fools up this whole mission, and that feels pretty good because she is a blade master, and I don't often find a lot of good opportunities to blade master people. So this is pretty exciting. We're gonna run in and we're gonna chop this Advent Officer. This might be a risky move, but we'll see what happens. I did set her on fire, but I am planning on healing her afterwards. We got a big critical hit for 11 damage, but that wasn't enough to finish him off. So now I'm going to switch over to Melina, move her to a nice full cover position, and then I'm going to use my first Gremlin heal on Apex Petrova. Okay, I think I know how this is going to go. This might not be the ideal situation, but I think we're very far past doing ideal things. All right, I don't know what enemy is inside this room, and I want to find out. It's a Spectre. Okay, that's actually a bit less intimidating than what I thought it was. I thought this was a Muton, but that does mean we kind of have to get out of there. Or does it? Shit. Poop-a-doop-a-doop. Alright, as this was a very tense situation, I'm gonna have to come in and do a little bit of narration after the fact. We started off by throwing a Claymore next to the Muton and his buddy, the Advent Flamer. Then I switched over to my specialist to check to see if I had vision on the Claymore, and it turns out I did. So I'm sending over an aid protocol to Samuel Deathwalker Aziri, then I'm switching back to Dragonova, and now I am going to shoot this Advent Officer in the face. Boom. He tried to do a little backflip there, but he was not able to stick the landing, so 0 points for the Advent Officer. Dragonova is not going to get revealed because of the Silent Killer ability, and we also got some loot out of that, so thumbs up for us. Next, we're going to switch back to Samuel Aziri, and we are going to blast the Spectre in the face. We got a big critical hit for 11 damage, but that wasn't enough to kill. Even though he's standing in the open, though, he's going to be pretty well protected by that aid protocol, giving him 30 defense, and finally we shoot at the Claymore with our new guy, Boyo Davis, and we hunker down with the VIP. Now let's get back into the live commentary. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright. Horror. I've never seen that move before. Wow, it healed itself and it caused panic.
We'll need to give it some time to recover when we get back.
That was pretty gruesome. I've never seen that move from the Spectre before. That's interesting. Usually they just run up to you and shadow bind, but this is a little bit different this time. The aid protocol is definitely paying off, though. I'm making a lot of really bold plays right now to try and clear this out. We've got it's going to be 6 turns remaining after this, which is still pretty decent. We're not out of the woods completely. We are getting flanked. No! But we're getting very lucky right now. We're getting very, very lucky. And the Flamers just don't know what to do with themselves. They can't seem to find a good shot percentage, or... Actually, This is their plan, isn't it? They're trying to suicide bomb Francesca Petrova because now I can't kill them because you know they're going to explode at this point, right? They have to. All right, but before we deal with that, let's deal with the cleanup. We do have revival protocol, thank goodness, so we can get her out of the panic, and then we can shoot those guys in the face. So we're going to start off with that, and then we're going to gun down that Muton. It's only got 5 health, so as long as we hit it, it should die, and that feels pretty good. So the revive is going out. We've got access to 1 more heal and 1 more stabilize, so that I'm going to try and save that for later. But we do have a 95% chance to kill this Muton. Damn right. He did a little bit of a cartwheel there, and it was most definitely an overkill, but I will take it. I will definitely take it. So now, we've got the Spectre and the Muton inside the building. Those targets are very powerful, and there's, truth be told, there's not too much we can do to deal with them. The Muton, I want to say the Muton is a bit more dangerous, because I always think of the Muton as a wild card, right? Because he can walk up to somebody, slash him in the face, he can throw a grenade, he can suppress, he can do a lot of different things, and even after playing the game for 500 hours, I still have a hard time predicting exactly what the Muton is going to do. So I'm going to use my free reload on this shotgun. Weapon attachments are so amazing, and I'm going to shoot at the Muton, 100% chance to hit. The crit's probably 95 or something like that. Boom, 9 damage. That was very juicy. And then we'll switch back over to Dragonova, and she does have the Muton flanked with an 83% chance to hit. I'm going to leave her in her current position, and I'm going to take the shot. Damn it, what? I swear, every time with this girl, I just want her to get the execution. I want her to kill targets, and she's got these really amazing shot percentages, and she just messes it up. Okay. New plan. Serious question. What's the worst that could happen if I don't move from my current position and stay right next to these 2 flamers? The answer is it's probably not that bad. So I'm gonna leave Francesca where she is. I'm gonna reload, and I should take the 100% chance to kill the Muton, because that's way better than rolling the dice. Though the Spectre is a bit of a wild card as well, because he can shadowbind somebody, slither away to a place that I can't get a kill on him. But man, that 100% chance, that feels really good. I'm going to shoot at the Spectre, though, because I'm a gambling man, and I'm also an asshole. Oh, thank goodness.
Only the best.
And yeah, we can't go on Overwatch. So, there we go. Look at this. Look at this. No. Yeah, okay. 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 I'll take it. Look at these dumbass flamers. Oh, crap. I didn't know there was an... Oh, no. It's another pod. This is really bad. This is terrible. Alright, we're just going to pretend that the flamers aren't even there. We've got 5 turns left. Most of our soldiers are within 2 turns of the evac zone, so that's pretty good. Samuel Deathwalker Aziri got lucky as hell. There's no reason he should be alive right now, but as I discussed in a previous episode, I am well past the point of complaining about getting lucky. I am eternally grateful that nothing bad happened there. So at this point, I'm going to try and make a play with Dragonova, see if we can do something with her. If she can get a kill on the Muton, then I can use Samuel to do, to take shots at other people. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to charge Dragonova in. She's going to sneak her way around the flamethrower guys. We're completely ignoring them because they're honestly kind of stupid at this point. So, boom, shoot him through the wall. Delicious. Now she wants to connect her shots. All right, so that was good. We did not get revealed, so that's a good thing. But what this did is it freed us up to deal with the second Muton. The Viper is a pretty low priority right now, but that doesn't mean we want to completely ignore it. We actually do still want to take shots at it, still attempt to kill it. So we're going to move the VIP over a bit more and hunker them down just so we can free up that piece of cover for our new guy, Henry. Unfortunately, I don't think even moving here is going to give him vision of anything, so he might just toss out another aid protocol. Yeah, no, he still only has vision of these stupid flamers, and he can't reach anything with combat protocol. So we do have access to an aid protocol that we can use. Now, from our current position, we do have eyes on another Muton. So, but the thing is, I do actually want to change positions. And the reason is because if I don't kill that Muton, then it's probably going to flank somebody. Better yet, it's definitely going to flank somebody. But I guess that's what the aid protocols are for, huh? Let's see if we can make some magic happen. I'm going to reload with Francesca Petrova and shoot the Muton. 86%. That's pretty good. If this connects, then we got it in the bag. Yes, it did connect. So now we can move Deathwalker into position and gun it down. He's got 3 bullets left in his gun. More than enough. More than enough. Bye-bye. See you later. You son of a bitch. Pretty sure that was a 95% chance to crit. Just by the way. So, that's not cool. Aid protocol. And aid protocol. And gremlin heal. The very least we can do in this situation is give Samuel Deathwalker Iziri the best chance of survival we can. Bringing him back up to 11 hit points. I'm pretty sure the Muton's max crit is 9 or 10. So we might be okay. As I say that, I realize Francesca only has 9 health. The flavor's crazy. Samuel, you've been getting lucky all game. You better duck. You better duck one more time. Nope. He's not going to duck, but he's not going to die either. I feel like the Flamers are protesting. I feel like they don't like the jobs that they've been given. They don't like having these explosive ordnance on their backs. So they're just trying to make a statement of some kind. And just be done with it. And we have a stock on our gun, so the Muton is dead. I think we got this. I think we finally got it. We've got 4 turns left. We should be able to get to the evac zone in that amount of time. Boyo Davis eliminated the target. Oh my god. This mission was unnecessarily difficult. Alright, my crit chance is 70%, so that's a bit lower than I wanted. That's because I have a scope on my shotgun instead of a laser sight. But there's reasons behind it. Oh, thank goodness.
Who's keeping score? Running dry.
Alright, let's get to the extraction point. Get me the hell out of here, please. Holy shit. I think it's safe for us to just kind of book it to the evac zone. I think we killed everything, right? Did we kill everything? I mean, obviously we didn't kill the Flamers yet, but they're protesting. They're not going to shoot. Shit. And you know what? I know they're going to blow up. 100%. It's a guarantee that they're going to blow up. All right, here's what we're going to do. And this is what I've been wanting to do since the start of the mission. Look at that booty right there. What I've been wanting to do ever since I saw these Flamers is find out if they are going to blow up. So, I think it's about time we do that.
Reloaded.
Everybody stand clear. Test subject number 1. He survived. Okay. Place your bets, folks. We've got 2 Advent Flamers. And both of them, I believe, for this entire mission are either protesting the fact that they have explosives on their back, or they secretly want to join Xcom. One or the other. I think he's gonna blow up. I do. I really do. Yeah. Of course he is. And the last one, is he gonna blow up too? He has to, right? Yeah. What I fucking tell you. So, okay, the whole time these Advent Flamers were standing next to Francesca Petrova, I feel like they were actually trying to bait me into killing them so that they would suicide bomb my soldier. Maybe, maybe I'm just filling in my own narrative for that, and maybe the AI is just really dumb. Or maybe the developers coded them to try and suicide bomb your soldiers. Just on the off chance that you forget that they blow up, and you say, oh, he's flanked himself, and you run up to him and you shoot him in the face point blank with a shotgun. Oh boy, what a tragedy. Okay, so this mission wound up being significantly more difficult than I was expecting it to be, but we succeeded. Nobody died because we got ridiculously lucky, but I'm totally okay with that. Okay, so that mission kind of drained all of my energy. I'm a bit tired at the moment. I need to take a little break. So when we come back next time, we're going to do some work in the geoscape. We're going to move our soldiers around, scan for some things, and it's going to be a good time. So with all of that said, the name of the game is XCOM 2. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.